There are some policies of this government that may never be reversed if Northern Nigeria or any other person takes over from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I repeat, there are some policies of this government that may never be reversed if anybody takes over from Tinubu 2027. Let's assume that Atiku wins election, or Peter Obi or any other person from the PDP, Labour Party or the ADC. They beat Tinubu 2027. There are some particular policies that may never be reversed. Now, former presidential candidate of the ADC, Kachiku, says that he will bring back subsidy. At this point in time, anybody that brings back subsidy becomes an enemy of the people. I repeat, at this point in time, anybody that brings back subsidy becomes an enemy of the people, whether it is the upper class or the lower class. Now, during Jonathan, we were supposed to remove that subsidy then, but the APC, the activities of the APC, made sure that they sabotaged him and they kicked him out. They entered him into power. APC promised restructuring under President Muhammadu Buhari. APC promised restructuring. Now, under Tinubu now, we are having subsidy gone. Anybody coming after Tinubu would not want to remove subsidy, but they will look at how they can ameliorate the sufferings of the people. Okonjo-Iweala came and visited the president. She was asking for safety nets. We need safety nets so that Nigerians can survive. Now, number one, subsidy cannot be reversed. So I disagree with Ibe Kachuku, former presidential candidate of the ADC, that he will bring back subsidy. Subsidy at this point in time, if you bring back subsidy, it's like you are going back to zero. Now, the next one is the tax bills. The tax bills. Well, I understand every government wants to tax. Every government wants to put a framework whereby Nigerians, its citizens, can be paying tax. So the tax bill would never be reversed. Anybody coming in at this point in time to make sure that they remove the tax bills, that person is looking for trouble. Let's look at this. Now, with the way Southern Nigeria is coming together, I asked the question, my brother, between Tinubu from Southern Azo and from Igbo people, between Tinubu and Atiku, who would you vote as president? We know that there are sentiments against Tinubu in Southern Nigeria. He's not that loved. But when I asked some people, they said it is better for Tinubu to continue for the next 16 years than an Atiku with Fulani take over from or win next elections. So the statistics is that, the permutation is that Southerners are rooting for a Southern president ahead of a Northern president. So looking at it from both sides, you understand that even if Atiku enters today, without the popularity, you understand this Nigerian system, without the popularity of the people, even if Northern Nigeria defeats Tinubu or whatever, they enter today, there are some things, if they eventually reverse some of these bills, they will have the people to contend with. So it will be difficult for them. These are foundation, the groundbreaking foundations made by this current administration. So now the tax bill will be implemented 1st of January 2026, and the tax will generate revenue, more revenue for the governors and the states. Yes. Now, if Atiku or Obi gets in as president and they reverse the tax bill, they will have to contend with governors. And you know, governors are powerful. And mind you, they will have to contend with the Senate. They will have to contend with the House of Reps. Not even Nigerians, because government wants to see everywhere they can get more money, more money, more money, more money. The issue I have with this current Tinubu's administration is the inability to identify corruption and fight corruption. If you are corruption, how do you identify corruption when you are corruption and fight the same corruption? These are the issues. But these policies should have been done way back since the time of Jonathan and everything. Buhari entered and they destroyed everything. They were just, that is why I'm saying that I don't want Northern Nigeria. When we talk about governance in this country, Northern Nigeria that is conquered by the Fulani should not have a place at this point in time, because Nigeria needs to go through series of restructuring. There are so many areas of Nigeria. We need to rearrange this country. In fact, the corruption, the embedded corruption, both in our ministries, everywhere we find ourselves, the corruption that we find today, it is unprecedented, I tell you. So the subsidy cannot be reversed. Ibe Kachuku, you are just trying to play politics. Then the tax bills can never be reversed. Now, the census that we are having today, I know that Northern Nigeria will be one of the biggest losers when it comes to census. Census is like power sharing. The number of people, if they do census today and they enter Lagos and they count everybody, if they count everybody for Lagos, the local government where they go, the local government where Lagos go get, it go pass that of Kano own. Because if you are in Lagos, every now and then people are entering. Everywhere, just go and rent a house in Lagos, one room. You will never see one room. One room, people know they agree live their one room. Landlord, they pray, make people park more of their house. Landlord, they pray, I beg when I park. But people are refusing to leave their one room because the housing deficit, because of the population. So if there's a census now, my brother, Southern Nigeria will have much more allocations to power than Northern Nigeria. And it will be difficult for anybody from Northern Nigeria that will, even if Peter Obi becomes president, he would not really want to go against that census because he's a Southerner and it will benefit the South. But Atiku and Co, if they are using their Fulani whatever, wanting to reverse that census, my brother, Southern Nigeria, see, what Tinubu has done will make in the future. What Tinubu should do, making sure that he brings together, uniting Southern Nigeria, he should do so that in the future, if there's anything that is going to affect the southern part of the country, everybody will come together and make sure that they rally around themselves. I'm asking and I'm pleading with the president and whoever that is there, make sure you unite Southern Nigeria. In your appointment, make sure you appease one or two things. Projects, appease one or two places. Because Southern Nigeria is the only place you have home. Look at these northern politicians. Look at them very well. Look at them. They don't send anybody. Their own is just to snatch and grab power. Yes, their own is just to stay in power and maintain the status quo. Nigeria will be like this over and over again. But a Southerner will have that heart to make sure that Nigeria is restructured. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that the reasons why we are having the ADC coalition is because of Northern Nigeria. They are disappointed with the power that they are not handling at this point in time. That is why we are having a coalition. If not, we will not be having the likes of El-Rufai, Amechi and Co that were lieutenants under Buhari to come and start telling us that they are going to do this or that. Yes, so Tinubu has to unite Southern Nigeria. It is a call. Those that are pushing for bigotry, let me tell you, if you are running this bigotry, it's going to weaken Southern Nigeria. Southern Nigeria will be much more stronger than you staying as a southwest or staying as southeast or staying as south-south. Southern Nigeria, that's why you have Africa, Europe, Australia, the Americas, Antarctica, so many continents. They come together and form a bloc. We have the OAU, African Union. We have ECOWAS, West African. When the Sahel countries, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and they broke away from Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali. They broke away from ECOWAS. Now they went to form their own Sahel bloc. They were not going to stay individually. Burkina Faso will not say, okay, I'm Burkina Faso, let's stay one side. Jordan will not say, I am Mali, let's stay one side. Jordan will not say, I am Niger. They came together and formed an alliance. So alliance is much more important when it comes to politics, regional politics. The Southwest, the Southeast, the South-South needs to form an alliance. Let us come under an ideology. With the sole aim to restructure this country, there are so many nations in Nigeria. I'm telling you, so many nations in Nigeria. We have the Ijaw nation, we have the Ibibio nation, we have the Biafra nation, Oduduwa nation. Everything is just structured in Nigeria. And how do we achieve that? Is when we come together as Southern Nigeria. One of the things that will make Northern Nigeria not have influence, even though they seize power, is the unity of Southern Nigeria. So if you are running bigotry, you are doing this and that, hate Igbo, this, my brother, we know we are black, we are Africans. I'm telling you, we are black, we are Africans. There's something unique about us. We are blacks and we are Africans. If you are going to disparage yourself, we know that in every tribe, there's a dull person, there's an intelligent person, there are all kinds of people in every tribe. There's a rich and poor person. There's no tribe that is like lacking in so many things. Although political or environmental changes can happen, cultural changes can happen, that a certain tribe will achieve a lot. But when you are trying to stand alone in this contraption called Nigeria, we are trying to say, we alone can do it. Leave us, let us do it. We are the best, we are this and that. If Tinubu does not unite southern Nigeria, then 2031, whenever North is going to take over, then the Southeast, everybody will look at their interest. To look at what the Tinubu's government has done. Yes, this one is not 1992, the time of Abiola. When in Southwest, you know, when it comes to activism, Southwest number one. Protest, Southwest number one. Even with the organized protest under Tinubu's government, because nobody can protest again, it's only Showore. Let NSC go and protest, or ASU go and protest now, or the doctors. It's only Showore and Very Dark Man that can protest. Yorubas have been in activism for a very long time, but this will change, because as things happen in time, people change. The thing that is permanent is change. So Southwest, Southeast and South may have no choice than to align with Northern Nigeria, because everybody, they are looking for interest. Northern Nigeria, as desperate as they are, if they ever hold on to power, because there's no connection between North and South. The amalgamation, Northern Protectorate, Southern Protectorate, they brought them together. Usually we have East, West, and North. Although the Southeast and Southwest, they have some disparities, but there's a way we can align together and push for a certain common goal. But as we stand now, if we continue like this, and Tinubu does not do what he needs to do, because I'm pleading now, Southwestern, Southern unity will be able to fend off any Northern infection when it comes to power and politics. So subsidy, the tax bills, Census would never be reversed. Now we are looking towards the local government autonomy. Local government autonomy. Let's also talk about the student loan NEL fund. Well, I have so many issues with the student loan. I have so many issues. I don't even dabble into that. I have so many issues with the student loan and how Tinubu runs his administration. I have so many issues. But let's just say students wants to still receive, they can refurbish that one, but let's put that aside. We have the local government autonomy. There are some policies that are still coming on the way. Yet, let's just not say it now. When it comes, we'll now see it. Local government autonomy is here to stay. Is here to stay. Maybe a Northern president comes in, it changes everybody, because they have said it before that all these things that Tinubu is appointing, now their voices now, they come out again. We know they hear them again. But then that they were even coming out to speak. All these things that Tinubu is doing, it's just a meeting. A meeting will just take us to just reverse everything, whether it's a threat or not. Not you lose power. South is never for power for a very long time. They don't kill themselves, but not everything. My brother, even now there's uncertainty in Northern Nigeria. Uncertainty in Northern Nigeria. So the local government autonomy could not be reversed, because every local government will want to have autonomy. It is good and better for the development or at the grassroots. Anything roads, anything schools, hospitals, and whatever, the governor does not have anything to do with that. The governor needs to make policies and try and regulate so many things. But when it comes to infrastructures, local infrastructures, this is the responsibility of the local government, because the local government understand where they are. They understand the streets. They understand everything. They are local. Governance is local. Yes. But this one, everybody understands that. So if there's a local government autonomy that is being implemented, it will not be reversed, because if you're reversing it, you are looking for war. And you trust, if the APC loses power, they still have their propaganda. Although restructuring is better. Don't let Northern people carry power. If you allow these people to hold on to power, my brother, Oyo is your name. I am saying it too. If you allow these people to hold on to power, Oyo is the name of that person. Let's move on. We have the National Development Commissions. These National Development Commissions, I don't think that anybody will come and reverse it. I'm not saying that Tinubu is this and that, but these are policies of the government that we see that should at least be upgraded, or they will do better at it. Shebi Atiku say it could remove subsidy. Obi say it could remove subsidy. Now they don't remove the subsidy. So Obi and Atiku cannot come out and say, then we are not going to remove subsidy. We are going to bring back subsidy and remove it again. No. Now they will have to tackle corruption and block the leakages, which I don't think they are doing now. They have to tackle government spending, yes, and become transparent, yes, because the corruption going on in the government these days, it's just like we are in an office. We are in an office. I dey steal, you dey steal. Who go expose you now? Now, me, I dey steal, I get record of stealing. I can't become Oga. I cannot punish you because you are stealing. I'll only have a way to try and anything government, my brother. That's why they say the government don't have business with business. So I dey steal, I can't be president. I live my life through stealing, I can't be president. Then I don't go I understand saying that so the system be. So I will not do much. So the government that is entering may want to check leakages and corruption and all have you, people that have used the subsidy to build wealth, even the current subsidy now, exchange rate, people are running. Another thing is the exchange rate. Exchange rate, floating of the exchange rate. Me, I personally believe that we need to work on the exchange rate. Anybody that comes in will not go back. We'll manage it from there. We'll manage it from there. Now, a whole lot of things are going to happen if Tinubu does not restructure the country. Northern Nigeria, I'm going to say what Northern Nigeria will do if Tinubu does not actually restructure the country. If Tinubu does not restructure the country, one of the things Northerners will do is that they will fight against Southwest dominance. Yes, this is one of the first things they will do if Tinubu does not restructure the country. They will fight Southwest dominance because, as it is, the grudges these Northerners are having against the Southwest. Every now and then, you see one politician come and say, Yoruba-led federal government. Look at appointments, Yoruba, this and that. I've never seen Northern Nigeria coming out to criticize a government like this. I'm telling you. I don't even know that Northern Nigeria self, they sabi use internet, social media. I tell you. So when I see many Northerners coming out to speak up, there is a frustration going on. Despite the fact that they have been in power all this while. Under Buhari now, nobody speak up like that. Yes, a protest is haram. That's what their religious leaders told them. Protest. Census protest. The core North and Northern Nigeria, they just decided not to join in anything. Now, Christians waiting for Northern Nigeria, Abuja, Plateau, and some places, that they even come out for census protest. They believe that is our brother that is president. This COVID-19 now, all the world now. So when I want to use COVID-19, spoil our brother, I don't know. See, I don't even understand. So the hypocrisy of Northerners on this part. So now they'll find a way to make sure that they make Tinubu the last president from Southwest. Nigeria don't have much time. Highest Nigeria can spend 20 years. With the way things are going, I'm telling you, highest Nigeria will spend 20 years. The dissatisfaction of Nigeria as a contraption or as a mere geographic expression, according to Pa Awolowo, the dissatisfaction of being in Nigeria is increasing day by day. It is getting from one level to another level. So it will be difficult for Nigeria to spend the next 50 years as Nigeria. I'm telling you. And we will live to see that time. Nigeria will have to decide whether it's going to practice what it's practicing or go back to another system of governance, because they fight. Everybody's arming themselves. So everybody's like getting ready. That's why I used to advise our people from the Southeast. If you carry all your wealth, go put for Lagos. Now Yoruba get Lagos. Nobody Igbo get Lagos. If anybody want to drag a Lagos, that the Egu people and the Benin people, definitely talk about that. There's nothing connecting us from the Southeast to Lagos. We know how we are not really welcome in Nigeria. So why would you carry every of your thing and leave your fatherland? You carry everything. At least put some there down. Put some there. Because the kind of people that we are bringing up today, the kind of people I'm seeing, I don't think that these people are built to survive like the way our former Biafran heroes were able to weather the storm and survive. Just chicken heart, they just want to enjoy. It's not about enjoyment. There's posterity. There's a culture. There's a history. There's a preservation of your heritage that is there. So people start preserving their heritage. It is going to be very important and very critical to whatever that is going to happen after not less than 20 years. Nigeria may not spend not less than 20 years before restructuring. If like, let's count it. From now, let's say 2007, we'll count from 2007. 2047, Nigeria, I don't think. There was a prediction by the United Nations that Nigeria will cease to exist at the point in time. But this one, everything is cracking. The people that are, we don't love ourselves for Nigeria. Oh God. Yeah, we don't love ourselves though. And it's painful and pitiful because of political whatever. We in ourselves, we don't even like amongst ourselves, we don't even love ourselves. Not talk of somebody else that is not from our tribe. If you see the feud, the crisis, the conflict going on in families, you know that black man don't like himself. So as it stands now, whatever anybody needs to do, they should prepare for the doomsday. There's a doomsday that will befall a country that was built on hypocrisy, on hatred, and on selfishness. There's a doomsday for that kind of country. And Nigeria seems to have some of the characteristics of that kind of country. But very importantly, let's understand that whatever we do now, let's plan on how we can, like, we are living in a colonial area. We had never had our independence. Don't tell me that we have independence. Don't tell me that. We have never had our independence. Why? Because the structure, even if we restructure today, the colonialists will find a way to penetrate using available sources. But let's not forget that we are still one when we are restructuring, so that we can build that relationship together, that foreign ties together. Why am I saying restructuring? For us to break away from the cage of Britain and the West. That is why. We can actually stay together with mutual understanding, but we need to break away from that structure, that infiltration. And one thing is, we need to deal. If we restructure Nigeria, democracy has to go at a point in time. That democracy that brings everybody together. Your democracy can bring you together. If you have your region, you can practice your democracy in your region. It may be, if it's okay by you, do so. But that democracy that brings Nigeria, bo Fulani, bo Hausa, bo Igbo, bo Ibibio, bo Ijo, bo Yoruba, bo Egun, bo Abiyokuta, everybody, bring everybody together. That democracy, man, is just like by force. They use that thing as glue to glue us, that democracy we are practicing. I have told you before that when you look at it critically, nations that are not practicing democracy, it is not easy for the West to penetrate, to influence them. It's not easy. They might do so. The West will always want to go for an outright war against any democracy, any country in Africa that is not practicing democracy. You see what France is doing? My brother, may God help Nigerians.